The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away first. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense set on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. The SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
That back got thumped, and that happened fast. That linebacker got in there so quick.
And the most important thing for the back, when you see that coming, make sure that football is riveted to your rib cage.
You lose the football, you lose the ability to carry the football. Coaches are going to give that squarely to somebody else.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Going to be a long day. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Oh, look out. Obliterates him, still on the move. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Go straight ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. The snap sets up to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. Fourth down, nobody opening. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. I mean, you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run that in for a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense is ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Trying to find his man on first down. They're setting up the screen. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
I tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Makes the grab.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
8th play of the drive coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7. First down to start the drive after the break. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw. Coming after him. They get to him as he throws. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Marches ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football and they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Got his man quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Always interesting to see top 5 teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Still running at the 40. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Just going to keep it after the snap.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, he drops the throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Right down the middle. It's complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this. He's going for it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
He'll call for the fair catch here. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to
open runway ahead. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And Guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He'll throw it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll be able to snap it once more before the end of the half. Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Wilkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Dances away to buy time. That's caught. It's Wilkins. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The Sooners are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And they got him for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying to get to it. Got the back over the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab on the left side. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Sooners are flying down the field. The run from the shotgun. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Alford. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. He's got his man. Touchdown Sooners! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
22, Spider. Slide 22.
Crosses to 35. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, USC. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and match.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the catch. He's got enough. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma, 35, USC, 21.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Now, a 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Oklahoma 35, USC 21.
Has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the move. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it on the counter. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. Touchdown Sooners! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the... ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Trojans heading quickly to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with a 15-yard pickup.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Santos. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Santos. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Santos. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Using his feet to buy time. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you play a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Quarterback gets the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.